Hey guys, so this is your final assignment for the JavaScript class this week. And the purpose of this assignment is just to reinforce the concepts of let and const for your variables, naming variables, and using the math object. So below are the files and the lines that you're to replace the blank lines. And we'll go over that here in just a second. But the names of the files are gamestart.js and scriptstart.js. And then there's the line numbers. You do see on a couple of the lines, there are two of them that have blanks. So how to get started is first thing you do is go to the GitHub repo. And I'm going to open this up in incognito mode so you can see what it looks like. If you don't have a GitHub account, you can still do this step. If you don't have a GitHub account, you will need a GitHub account. So the first things first is it goes to this URL, and you can see I'm not signed in. And there's 5 files here. There's the README file, there's the game start file, there's the index start file, script start file, and a style file. The files that we're going to be working with are the game start and the script start for this assignment, but you do need all of these. So let's go ahead and click download and download zip. And it's going to give us a zip file. We're going to go ahead and open it. We're going to click extract all. And we are going to put this in a file, and we're going to make a new folder actually. So I have my stuff on a desktop. And so if you don't have a folder name just for JavaScript 2, I recommend you doing that. And then also making a folder for week 1. So that's how I'm in at JavaScript 2 in week 1. And I'm going to select new folder, and we're going to name this number guesser. And make sure that's selected. Select folder. And so you can see that my files are going to be extracted to my desktop, JavaScript 2, week 1, and it's ultimately going to end up in a folder called number guesser. Hit extract. I'm going to go ahead and close that out. And I'm going to go ahead and open up VS Code. I'm going to go to File, Open Folder, go to JavaScript 2, week 1, and number guesser, and select folder. Open that up. And you can see there's just 5 files that we had in GitHub. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close this right now. So the steps that we've completed so far, downloading the files from the repo, folder name number guesser, open up the files in VS Code. And what I want you to do now is to make the corrections on the files mentioned above, which are up here. So to do that, we have gamestart.js, and then we have scriptstart.js. So let's start with GameStart. So go to GameStart, line 4. And I put in here in the comments what I want you to do. So I want you to declare a variable that can be changed. And if you remember, there are, with ES6, there were 2 types of variables that replaced the var. The var still works, var, but they were replaced with ES6 with let and const. So what you would need to do here is to put in whether this should be let or const. And that can be changed. So remember, const is for constant, let can be changed. So you would put the appropriate declaration of let or const in there. Same thing on this one, on line number 8. It cannot be changed. Remember, it's constant. There's a typo in there. Just yeah. So in your file, you're going to see that typo. That's okay. And then there was another one. And the math object. So remember, we were doing math random, and math floor is already there. So I'm really giving you guys the answers. You just need to type it in. So math random can be used to generate a random guess between 0 and I'm asking for the number 10. Okay, so I think that was all for that one. So let's see. So on script start, it's line 4, 7, and 12. So on here, I want you to declare a value for the human score variable to be the number 0. So we're already using let to declare a variable. It's going to be, the name is going to be human score, but I want the value to be 0. It has to be a number 0, so there can't be any quotes or anything around it. I want you to declare a variable name named computer score using camel case. In camel case, if you're not familiar with it, it starts with like how you see here. The first letter is lowercase, and as you have a second word, like camel case should be 2 words. But as you go to the second word, you don't put a space, but you make that second word with a capital letter. So lowercase c and uppercase C. So if you can see right here, here's another example of camel case. Current round number, we want our variable name to be all in one word, and they're using camel case, the lowercase c, uppercase R, uppercase N. So I want you to do is to create a variable named computer score following the camel case format, such as shown right there. And you can leave that at 0. And the last thing I want you to do is to declare a variable that cannot be changed. Remember, it's constant, and that it is named generate target. So for here, you would put down the declaration for the variable of let or const. Remember, we want it to be constant, to be not changed. And we want the variable name to be generate target. And this is already using camel casing. So those are the things that I want you to update. And after you do that, into here, let's see. Let's finish. After you do that, I'll go ahead and refresh this. Hold on. Okay, so what the final product is going to be, excuse me, is a number guesser. And we're going to be playing with this for probably the first few weeks of this 8 weeks, just kind of using this as a learning tool, as a game. We'll be focusing on functions more next week. But right now we were just focusing on the variables and math objects and such. So, okay, what this number guesser does when it's finished is it's a number guesser. So what you do on the right-hand side, you guess a number, and the computer pulls up a target number. It's randomly generated, and the computer pulls up our number as well. And I guess whoever gets closest to it wins. And then it keeps score, so that's incremental. And the number was 7, so the computer wins. So you see pretty much how it works. Number was 1, so computer wins. This is going to be the final product. The product that you have right now, before you start making those corrections and those 2 JavaScript files, it's not that. Hold on. CSS got messed up on this. Okay. Just didn't want to read the CSS, I suppose. So what you have right now, it does not do that. It doesn't do that. It doesn't work. So whenever you put the information and fill in the blanks, you should have a number guesser that functions as this. Okay. So after you do all of that, what you need to do next is to actually submit it. And that is to go to your GitHub account. So I'll pause this while I get onto my GitHub. Okay, so like I said, next we're going to add files to our GitHub account. So go to your GitHub account, and then we're going to make a new repository. New repository. And I want you to name this JS2 underscore 2020 spring assignments. Okay. I want you to name it that. Make sure you do the README, initialize with a README, and then click Create Repository. So what you're going to do now to upload the files, you're going to click Upload, and you're going to find the files that is under the file folder. Not sure where that came from, but okay. I'm not sure what I did there, but you should have your files in a folder named Number Guesser. So you can select them all. I'm holding the left mouse button and just dragging it, or you can do one at a time. And you can drag it over here. And just commit the changes saying uploaded files for week 1 assignment. Something like that. Hit commit changes. Okay. And once you have everything done, so this, I remember at this point, you've already made the edits in these files and you saved it and it's all running smoothly. And all you need to do is send me this URL. So you would copy that, and wherever it is that you see to submit assignments, that's where you would put that in there. So you would submit the link to the Number Guesser. So make sure it's functional. Let me reword. I'll reword this. Submit the link. Just submit the link to that URL. I'll reword it so it's not saying Number Guesser. But anyways, so that's how you do this assignment. If you have any questions, let me know. Thank you.